Alright, so we had to restart the live because we lost the audio in part 1. So we'll call this part 2 of the Maine Coon bath, right? And this is Artemis getting his maintenance bath. He comes in every 6 weeks, I think. Yeah. He's a GABA baby. He has a special need, which has to do with drying. He's hyperbolic sensitive to anything drying him. He's very sound sensitive, but hyperbolic. Any airflow hitting him, even the do-it-yourself stand dryer, he's terrified of, right? The only thing that would allow me to dry him was the space heater. So it literally takes hours for his grooming. Most of it is spent after the bath just trying to get him dry again, right? So the owner just wanted him in and out like every other cat, 90 minutes or less. So I recommended the gabapentin, which will block his fight or flight issue regarding being so scared of any kind of drying. Even if you put 4 happy hoodies on his head, it wasn't necessarily the sound that was scaring him, but the feeling of the air blowing on him, right? Oh, we got someone at the door. So, alrighty. Should I try to rinse him and then get the door? Yeah, probably do that. Alright. There we go. We have to do double happy hoodies on his head in the bath so he doesn't get triggered by the sound of the sprayer. Alright, here we go. Good laddie. Good boy. Alright, let's do that way. Good boy. You're adorable. You're adorable. Hi, hi. Adorable, adorable. Like shooting fish in a barrel, right? Like shooting fish in a barrel. You're So someone's at the door. We have a new policy where we're no longer going to interrupt a cat's bath just because someone's at the door. So he's like, good policy. I like that. Yeah, I know. I would too if I were you. Alright. We'll be right back. And we're back. Sorry about that. Sometimes when the owner picks up, they're booking out their next appointment, so it can be a little bit of a thing, which is why keeping a cat in a towel wrap is ideal while I'm doing all of that, instead of the cat just waiting there for me to come back and finish their bath. So that's our new policy. We will no longer be interrupting cats' baths when someone comes to the door. Right? Wow. Yeah, I'm sure the cats will appreciate that. That's Artemis. Waka waka. Just so cute. He's a special needs kitty. His special needs is sound. He's hyperbolic to sound and hyperbolic to the feeling of air blowing on him, which is why his owner uses GABA to help with his special needs, right? So what I'm going to try and do is just start hand drying him right now. We'll just give this a little comb out and then put some happy hoodies on before. I'm pretty sure this space heater is the only thing he trusts. This is how we used to have to dry him. He'd be here for hours, right? So the owner wanted a quick 90-minute appointment just like all the other cats get. So I said, well, you could do that, but you have to give your cat GABA, because there's no way. Hyperbolic means he's like a rocket through the roof. That cat hanging upside down from the ceiling with his claws, that's how he gets if you were to put a dryer on him, right? Even with 4 happy hoodies on his head, or even with a do-it-yourself stand dryer, which 90% of cats are not afraid of, he was terrified of that, right? So, he's starting up. Let's get this going. We're going to do a set it and forget it. What does that mean? Set it and forget it means you run the grooming tool throughout the cat's entire coat. The only thing left to do is for that coat to dry. We'll get this started. Nice and more. All right, love. You did it. Here it is. Are you on your side? He's like, yeah. All right. We can do it this way. We can do it this way. Right, let's turn that down. Oh, thank you, Turtle. I hope you have a good day too. Alright, let's open his tail up. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, no. No, 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 no. You think I'm leaving? Not so fast. Not so fast. No, 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 no. God. He's like, I changed my mind. About what? About getting my butt done. You're about to shave my butt, aren't you? Sort of, maybe. The reason why his butt is not shaved yet is because some cats, you want to start them off in the tub. You bypass the initial prep of the cat on the grooming table, and you just do everything starting the cat in the tub. There. All right, turn that off. That. So that is the set it and forget it. That means the comb has gone through every square inch of him. Usually when you see a cat getting dry, it's right after the bath and they're inside a dryer box and they're getting blown out. Okay. And then we have this on soft. Let's see what happens. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. It's okay. Whew. Alright, let me let him process that on low, and as soon as he processes that on low, we'll slowly turn it up. Okay? This is something he could never do before. The only reason why he can do it now is because his owner is giving him GABA. He's a special needs baby. He's a GABA baby. Lord have mercy. Hyperbolic. Cat hanging from the ceiling upside down. Hyperbolic. This guy. It takes 10 seconds for that to change from low to high. I didn't even hear it go up. Huh. There we go. He's like, oh shit. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Alright. I think he's gonna be alright. Yeah. Good lucky. There he is. The only reason why we're able to do that today is because his owner is giving him GABA. As you can see, he's fully cognitive, fully aware of his surroundings. So the argument that dog groomers make that they don't want the animal impaired, they want to be able to train the pet properly to be groomed, is a moot point because they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Because it is not a sedative class medication. And you want to teach a cat how to be properly groomed when you were never properly trained? Just shut up, bitches. Okay? Just shut up. Save it. Save it for someone who will actually buy into your bullshit. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. We're going to give him about 15 minutes of that. Yeah. Toad is already fully combed out. And all we would need to do is just some spot and damp drying, which the only option we have is the little space heater, right? So there's so much that can do. It's the only thing he will allow besides that dryer box right now. So wait, I'm just gonna have you babysit. That is Artemis. He's a young gun. He's about a year old, going on 2, I think. Absolutely glorious beast, right? Why is he so hyperbolic with sound or being able to be dried? Some cats, as a kitten, may have had some type of trauma, and the younger a kitten is, the more damaging it is. I believe when kittens are born, they're born with a photogenic memory to help them to survive. They watch and repeat everything their mother does, right? Now, if you have something that happens to a kitten, it can be lifelong, the impact of it, right? So an owner taking a hairdryer to a small kitten and not realizing how traumatizing it was for that kitten, doesn't realize the impact it will have on that kitten for the rest of its life, right? So did that happen to this cat? Well, I had the owner get in touch with the breeder to ask the breeder if maybe that's what had happened, because you always want to notify the breeder whenever there's an issue regarding their breeding, right? Because what happens with Artemis is not the norm. It's way outside of the norm, right? And she didn't use any kind of velocity dryers. We don't really know what happened, right? It could just be the sound sensitivity of him. He is extremely sound sensitive, so it could be just that. But even if you were to put 4 happy hoodies on his head, he's still hyperbolic with the air hitting him, right? Even if it's on its lowest setting, he can't handle it, right? So it's a bit of a mystery. So, but he's doing well with the combination of the right drying technique and the pre-treatment of the owner at home prior to coming for the grooming, which allows the fight or flight signal to block. It blocks it from coming through, right? That's how GABA works, by the way. Bye. Maine Coon. Not just any coon, but a very beautiful one. Very, very pretty breeding. Awesome possum. That's a cute number, 5 cats. I'd say that's a nice happy household. Alright, so with that dryer box, what a lot of groomers are not aware of is it can, if you're going to get a hold of that kind of a dryer box and you're going to start advertising cat grooming, it's really, really important that you know how to disinfect that correctly. Even though it has a little dial on the side that puts in the ozone, that's not enough, people. So there's 2 things that I do to help maintain and keep that box clean and healthy and not putting any of my cat clients at risk, because if in the wrong hands, that dryer box, if in the wrong hands, could unalive your cat. It could unalive your cat. Happened to a client of mine regarding a mobile dog groomer who was advertising cat grooming, and both of her cats were put into some kind of a dryer box like this inside the mobile unit, right? Both of her cats died from respiratory infection, right? Both of them. So I'm going to show you what I do. I get a hold of the gallon of the rescue, the concentrate, and then I make my own spray in the continuous spray. So I use that, but I also use this steamer, right? See that steamer? All it is water and a little bit of vinegar, but I use you just turn that on, and then there's a little reservoir in the back there, and it starts working in about 1 minute, and then it pumps out boiling hot steam, right? So those are the 2 ways that I help to clean and disinfect that dryer box, right? Because again, in the wrong hands, this is part of the cleaning regimen, right? Because once that's done, whether it's this product or the steamer, then it gets wiped down, right? In the wrong hands, a dryer box like that will unalive your cat, right? Because the groomer is not properly maintaining it and cleaning it, right? Rescue is probably one of the best products recommended by Fear Free Pets. It comes in many different forms. It comes in a ready-to-use spray, or you can buy the concentrate, or you can even buy the wipes. It is on the expensive side, which is why I buy the concentrate and make my own spray. Then I put that in a continuous pump. You're welcome. As Bethany Frankel would say, you're welcome. to babysit. I left you here to babysit the cat, but it looks like I'm gonna have to babysit you guys. Right? Looks like I'm gonna have to babysit you guys. Right? School's out. Right? School is out. Alright, we're just gonna get this all ready for the next cat who's coming in, right? Starting with our duck, Daryl, and his bubble making machine, right? So let's do that. There. No, because I have to babysit y'all. Because y'all are being a bunch of shits. As per usual. Right? Can't leave you all alone for a second. Oh, solo mio on my own. Oh, Saved by the Bell. Alright. We're probably just going to wrap this up because everything's done. Everything is... It's not about you. Yep. It's not about you. Or the 2 million people who have viewed my videos so far. Okay? We're going to go because he's done. We went through the entire baiting process. He's right at the 9th inning of his drying, and there's someone at the door. So, we're going to go. Alright? And Cheyenne, Cornelius, you didn't do anything. Alright, talk to you soon. Bye.